Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen all over the world. Welcome to what is fast being hailed as the greatest lunchtime chat show through the COVID-19 experience, bringing joy to many. Once again, we've been featured on both Rappler and the Tiebreaker Times as well. We've been featured on the Mayward fan pages on YouTube. But more importantly, we're in discussions with Cornerstone Management, the head honcho, the Silver Fox himself, Erickson Raimondo, about signing with Cornerstone. It's probably not going to happen, but the discussions were had. And today, it's my honor and privilege to have with us a boyhood idol of mine, one of the greatest men alive, Mr. Pure Energy himself, Gary Valenciano!
Hey everyone, hey Pastor James. Wow, this is amazing. I mean, you really are. It's like what you see is what you get. When I'm at church and I see you that way, it's the same thing.
Come
But
on,
it's
man.
great. It's great.
Hey, it's who I am. And listen, in honor of the fact that we both love the Chicago Bulls, I am wearing a Chicago Bulls jersey because we both love the
Yeah, it
Bulls.
doesn't. Yeah, that's right. And
Did
the
you ever?
and the
Did you
numbers.
ever
I mean,
get?
who cares about how they're doing this year? I
It
just
doesn't matter.
just
We have Michael Jordan. That's what matters.
yeah, that's it.
Tell me, how are you doing in the middle of COVID-19 in the lockdown? How are you guys handling it all?
Okay, let's start from the very beginning. Um, I have a little studio downstairs, and I don't think I've been as busy as this in the past, as busy as I am now. In the past, as compared to maybe the last time was maybe about 6 years ago when I did a major concert called Arise,
Yeah.
and now I'm busier now than I was then. I'm back to toying with my instruments and just creating stuff that I know a lot of people out there may be inspired to hear.
Wow, that's awesome. Listen, we've got so many things we need to get through today. What we're gonna do is a little bit later on, we're gonna do a karaoke Gary V style. So you get to request some of your favorite Gary V songs, and he shall sing them. And then as well, we are going to do, which has been requested by the fans of Lunchtime Chats with James, because we have a fan base now. They've requested a dance off between you and me. So we'll see if that's actually going to happen or not. But I want to go
Why
back to, sorry.
scare me a bit? Why does that
What?
scare me a bit?
It shouldn't scare you. You are a far superior dancer than me. Um, let's go back. Let's go back in time, Gary V.
Okay.
Does anybody call you Gary, or does everyone just call you Gary V? Like it's
Uh, they call me Gary.
Gary V. Okay, let's go back to a day that possibly changed your life. It was the first day that you and I met uh, in Australia. the, the,
Oh my God.
the first day that
Wait,
we
I
met,
don't see the year. What
it was
what year
it was in
was this?
2014. 2014, Gary V touring Australia in Perth, Western Australia, and we had Filipinos in our
This I
church.
went to.
We had Filipinos in our church that paid for me and Kate to go and see your concert. And this was you and me in the line. Isn't that amazing?
What? Wait, what? Was this? Was this Sydney?
No, Perth, in Perth.
Uh, oh, I love Perth. I love
Beautiful.
Perth.
Kate, Kate, she didn't know who you are, right? So she came that night and she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be stupid, whatever. I'm just going with James." and she loved it. Could not believe how much energy that you had. And listen, before we go any further, let's just set the stage here. So I grew up in the Philippines, and coming back to the Philippines, we've had actually a lot of movie stars or singers come to our church. I don't care about it because I don't know them. The only person that I know and the only person that I cared about was the great Gary V. From childhood, MC Hammer and Gary V were my two idols as a child. I had shorts that I bought from Green Hills with you drinking a Coca-Cola on my shorts.
Are you serious?
Totally. Right? So what's funny is we get these people that come to church, right? And apparently they're movie stars in the Philippines. I'm like, "Oh, what do you do? I don't really know you. I don't care about you." I remember the first time you came, I was like, "Hi, hi, shout for joy. Can I sing your praises?" Oh, I mean, hi, Gary Vee, right? Like I had to get it, but I got over it very quickly. And I love you and I love your family, and they're great. Let's talk about your family. Let's go back.
Sure.
Let's go back to the day that you and your beautiful wife got married. Look at that. Long time ago.
Oh gosh, you did your homework, Pastor James.
Oh, I'm going. You better believe I did.
Oh
How
yeah.
old were you? How old were you in this photo?
I was 19, 18, right?
20.
I was 20.
Is Tita Angeli there right now?
She is
Hey!
right here.
Hello po. Kamusta po? Wait, watch out. Social distancing. Don't get too close.
I know. Yeah, so I was 20. I was 20 years old then. It's a very colorful background that I have. It actually can be made into a movie or a musical, but
You
yeah,
turned 21 that day.
I turned 21 on that day. We got married on my birthday on August 6th.
Wow. Amazing. And your history. Someone actually got on and asked the question earlier. They wanted to know if it's true, if you're actually half Puerto Rican. Is it true?
I am. My mom is from the place called Arecibo in Puerto Rico. That's where she was born. She was born and raised there. And then she met my father in New York when she was 16. They got married soon after that, and then they came to Manila. And then she stayed here for like 25 years or something like that.
Did you grow up speaking Spanish with her or not?
No, she started teaching us, but then we actually had little tables that she would actually teach us, no? And then one day her sister from New York called, and I could hear the both of them talking, in Spanish and all. And I just looked at my other sisters and I said, "Well, I guess we're on break now." And we've been on break since then.
That is amazing. Well, listen, you got married and you had a great family, and I love your family. Here's a photo early on of Kiana. I think Kiana's just born there.
Yes. Yeah, she was just born.
And then you all grew up, and you've got this beautiful photo. You added a daughter-in-law as well in there.
Yes.
And can I just comment on Tita Angeli's timing in this photo?
Shut up. I sorry to say that to a pastor.
No, the thing is that's why Gabriel posted that, because of that. We all had discussed already. We jump at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't get ready at 4. You jump at 4. Well, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she took off on 5. So
I love it. What a great photo. Okay, now you said I've done my homework. I'm about to take you back, everybody, to the first time that you were on TV ever. This is you.
That's me.
Ready? Here we go. Very mucho. Isn't that incredible?
Actually, that was the second time I was on TV.
I'm gonna fire my research assistant, which is
No,
your
the
niece. It's your niece.
The first one was also a commercial
Yeah.
for a particular milk brand, and so that came out. And then there was another one that I did for a soap a soap commercial, but you know, it was like, I mean, cameo roles, like 1 second. That's it.
I
But
love it.
this one was my first lead role in a commercial, you know, and
Okay.
it was a root beer, you know, drink. So
You were mucho fantastic in that role as well. Now, this you got to give me context for this next one, okay? Because I'm not sure the context, but let's have a look at it. And
oh my goodness. Did you?
l look at
It's,
you.
it feels like I'm being roasted here.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
this.
This is all honor and love. This is incredible. Where? How old are you in this one?
Okay, I must have. Oh my gosh. Wait, how old was I here? About how old? 21?
No,
Earlier, no?
that was
Like 8, 19?
Is this one of your first TV performances?
Yeah, that's one of the very first ones.
19.
One of the very earliest. I mean, come on. Look at the number of strands I have on my hair. That was many years ago.
Listen, I'm not gonna
Uh,
lie. You basically look like you have the same hair, and you basically look the same. You are ageless, Gary Vee. You're an ageless
you were
wonder.
such a fan, Dr. James.
I'm a fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a fan. I loved it. I think I'm gonna skip forward. Look at you. Did you look at the emotion in your face as you're singing this? You're crying. Are you crying?
No, I'm not. No. Okay, it's like this. Let me give you the reason why I would start singing that way.
Yeah.
I shared this with Augie Alcacid. Oh, he's another one. He's another one you should talk to. He's got really
He's
colorful
great.
back.
Yes. He's
Okay,
great.
so we both went to LaSalle Green Hills. I was there from elementary all the way to high school, and
Yeah.
on my senior year, I joined the group called the Kundirana.
Okay.
The Kundirana was a singing group from LaSalle Green Hills, and we ended up representing the school because at that time, LaSalle was taken out of the NCAA, and we had no way of entering the UAAP because
Okay.
of the troubles between Ateneo and LaSalle. They had to separate these two schools.
Politics.
So LaSalle Green Hills had nothing to represent in sports, you know. So they decided, why don't we go into the arts? And so I joined. And it was in the Kundirana that I was taught all of these things. You know, how do you not just sing a song, but how do you really put a message across in
Yeah.
a melodious form? And you know, at that time it sounded really corny to me. You know, I mean, you know,
But it worked.
the line was, you need to bring joy to others through music. I mean, at that time, I just want to hear the band scream. That's really all I want to hear and I want to see. But there was so much truth in that,
Yeah.
you know, that it was good seed planted, you
Yeah.
know, and I think it just bore fruit in time.
That's amazing. You learned. How old were you when you learned that? Because that's how you still sing now, I think.
Yeah. It's got to come from somewhere far deeper,
Yeah.
like the heart. Are
I'm
you still
with you.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry,
Yeah.
broke
So
up for a second, but we got it from the heart. Okay, if I'm correct, is this your first album that you ever had? Is
yeah,
this
that's
it?
the very first. That's the first one. That came out a long time ago in a galaxy far away. That picture was actually taken by my father. We had no budget to go into a professional studio, and you know what? Let's just do it what we have, and that was it. That's what came out.
I love it. Now, you obviously got a little bit
I think I
older,
lost it.
and I just want to show another album cover. I don't have much. I just want to show another album cover. It's this one, just because I think you look like a stud.
You kind of froze. So wait, I gotta.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'm
Let me
back.
see.
It's The Faces of Love. Can you see that album cover? Faces of Love.
Wait, I can't see it. Oh, that one.
Yeah, but you cannot see.
Ay.
Your dad is amazing.
Hmm?
He's taking all these photos of you.
Yeah, my dad was amazing. He actually had a school of photography. The funny thing is, my dad was also an engineer on almost all fields except for he took all fields of engineering except for I think it was chemical engineering, but he decided to take the route of being a photographer, a professional photographer. And you know, at that time, we lived in Green Hills East, and so all our neighbors had, and they still do, they have pictures that were taken, family portraits by my dad. And it's amazing because some of my old neighbors who still live there, or they say, why don't you come over so you can check out the pictures that your dad took over 30 years ago?
Okay, I've got another couple
maybe.
of videos that I want to show. Going back in the vault, if that's okay. Back in the vault. I
Okay, show.
This is so good.
Quite sure of the band
Okay,
music, but
I believe this is from a movie. Is this a movie?
she is. I'd like to sing it for her tonight.
Hold on now. Can I just talk to you from here because I'm really shy?
Explain
Yeah,
to me.
that's from a movie. That's from a movie called Hot Shots. And hey, listen, this is a disclaimer, okay? But at that time, when I would wear all of that stuff, I would never hear anybody complain about it, which means they all kind of liked what I used to wear. But
No,
people have become really
of course, of course, it is.
honest now and are telling me exactly they use these things and they can. I know. Look at that. Look at that outfit. That's what you call
Incredible.
one crazy, funky outfit.
I've got my last video to show. My last video to show is this one.
Thank God it's the last video. Oh gosh.
What year? What year was this? Do you remember this?
It's a, that was in the 80s. You notice I'm wearing shoulder pads.
Everyone was wearing shoulder pads though.
Wait, I think I know this. Wait, what was this concert? Yeah, that was in the 80s. Yeah. Now the reason, can I
Now, 1 second.
can I please have this chance to present my case as to why I would wear those shoulder pads? Please. Okay. Listen, stop laughing. Okay, listen. You know how concerts are today. Okay, you have these huge LED screens behind, right? But the venues haven't really changed. Araneta Coliseum is just as big as it used to be back then. So if you had no LED screens and you were up on the bleachers, you'd see me this small, right? So I noticed there was one time I came across a music video of an old group called Midnight Oil.
I
And
know
this
them.
guy,
They're Australian.
okay, this was correct. This was in the 80s, and one of them had these huge shoulder pads, and he wasn't moving much. He was just doing something like this. And I saw it, and I said, wait a minute. How can I make the person at the very, very top see what I'm doing? They can hear me, but can they see what I'm doing? So I started trying out those shoulder pads, and they, like children, they grow in time. And that's what happened. They grew. They grew and they grew until the point when I said, enough. I think I'm okay with the shoulder pads. But again, a lot of people who've known me since then know that that's what I used to wear. And I used
I
to
love.
like white. I'm opening up now with all my background, my backstories. The reason why I would love wearing white, Pastor, was because before I entered the industry, there was an unfortunate event that took place in my life. That was a turning point in my life. Our house burned down. And it burned down while I was in school leading a retreat speaking about the Lord, who I didn't know much then. I only knew him because I was assigned to be the leader of the retreat. And my dad came to school on Sunday. He wasn't even supposed to be there. I was in school from Friday to Sunday because the retreat started on Friday. On Sunday,
Okay.
what did you miss out on?
You were at school leading the thing.
Okay, so I left the house on Friday, and the whole retreat ended on Sunday afternoon. So Friday morning pa lang, I wasn't home anymore. And then on Sunday, my dad comes to school, and I said, "What are you doing here, Dad? I mean, if you're here to see the parents of the guys having a retreat, if you know them, they're going to be here by 4 p.m. This was like 9 a.m. that he came to school. And cutting the story short, he just held me by the shoulders to say, "Son, I came to tell you that the house burned down last night." And at that point, that in itself is a story that maybe I can write down and maybe share even in church, because it really made me question God, in all of these things, because I was diagnosed a diabetic. The family had separated. I went to the U.S. I decided to come home and work it out with my dad. We were not well to do or anything like that. And then the house burns. But there are many things that took place that kind of showed me that the whole thing was still being orchestrated in only the ways that God can orchestrate things.
Yeah.
And He put people and places and things together. And the reason why I was wearing white with all of the older pads is because that was the only thing I had left. I only had a pair of white pants, and everything else was for school.
Really?
And yeah, I had nothing to wear that was what I would say visually decent enough to come out on television and perform with. So when the people would say, "Okay, Gary, you have a performance on Friday." Oh, okay, let me see what I can wear. Oh, let me wear this white outfit for the 15th time. And that's how it was for me back then.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, white goes well with your half Puerto Rican, half Filipino complexion as well.
It kind of worked.
We're working with a good canvas here. Okay, I was talking with one of your children. They shall remain nameless, but I was talking to one of them in America, and they said that you used to make, when they were all being bad children, you would make a high-pitched noise to get all of their attention.
Who were you talking to?
I'm not going to name her name, but it was one of your children that told me about this. High-pitched noise.
It was just, yeah.
Can you please demonstrate to us the high-pitched noise? Because I need to learn as a father, because I got 3 kids, and they're crazy. And they're all watching at home right now.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Teach me.
Well, thank God you have 3 kids. We're 7 siblings. Okay, so we're all at the table and everybody's going, "Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that." And out of the blue, I'd be in one area, I just go, "Hey!" And then everybody would just be quiet.
I love it. Now, I love it. I'm going to try that when I get home with my kids.
I just do. That's what I used to do. But you know what? What's interesting, when you say high-pitched, I can't do it anymore. But there was something I would do with my throat. And some of my classmates know this because a few of them knew that it was me. We used to have ceiling fans in school. Okay, the rotating ceiling fans. And you know how sometimes these end up being, they need more oil, so they would squeak that high frequency, like almost piercing the ear. I could do that with a certain, I can't do it anymore, no, but I could do it, and I could do it with my mouth closed and like as serious as this. And then I'll just go, and then it would happen. Some of my classmates know because they would look at me and go, "Ikaw ba yun?" And I'd say, but I could do that before, long time ago. Yeah.
That's amazing. Your niece just said he still does that during family occasions. Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie knows. Leslie would know.
Leslie. Okay, we're gonna take.
That's when I.
Okay, we're gonna do karaoke with Gary V, where he's gonna sing a couple of your requests that you have. But I want to start. Can I start with my request? My
I know what yours would be, but
my favorite Gary V Tagalog song. Because the best Gary V song is "Shout for Joy." There's not even anything close. And then closely followed by "Take Me Out of the Dark." But my favorite Tagalog song is "Gaya Ngang Dati."
No. Did you see the video? I just posted it. I mean, I posted it a few days ago. I have a version of it.
Tears.
I
You gotta give me 2 lines from it.
Okay. Di mo alam, ako'y nasasaktan sa di pagpansin sa aking pagmamahal. Lumapit ka at ako'y naghihintay. Panginoon, ako'y nabulag ng mandarayang mundo. Ako ay patawarin mo. Mula ngayon, ang buhay kong ito'y iaalay sa iyo. Gamitin mo ako gaya ng dati. Gaya ng dati. Gaya ng dati. No, that's really that's a song that kind
I
of.
love it. Explain to me. You already explained it to me once, but quickly explain for all the non-Tagalog speakers that are watching. What's that song about?
Okay. It was written by a pastor who I never really knew before, but when he gave it to me and I heard the song, it first sounded like a love song. Because you know what? Even if I explain what it's about, I encourage people to go on and check it out on YouTube because there are English interpretations underneath. Okay?
Yes.
But it's basically, the song starts out like a love song. You know, before you'd spend time with me, you know, you'd be out sharing my time with others, with your friends and all. It's never an issue. But then in the last part of the song, you realize that it's really God speaking to the one he loves. And in this case, it's us. No? And in the end, that's what it is. That's what I just did, which is, you know, Lord, I'm sorry for all of these things. I've been deceived, you know, by some of the ways of the world. And from this day forth, I'm giving my life to you. And can you do like you used to before, which is to use me again? And that's basically what it is. And a lot of people have come up to me saying, I really thought that was a love song. And then in the end, it's me. It's me. And I said, yeah, that's what it is. You know?
Yeah. Okay. That was beautiful. Let me tell you what I heard from that whole description. That a pastor wrote that song for you. So, yes, I will write a song for you. That's what I heard. You were asking me to write you a song. Because obviously. That's all I heard. All I heard was, James, write me a song. That's all I
Well,
heard.
you know, since that time, there's only been one pastor that has written me a song. So let's see. Hey, you know, you'll never know.
Okay, we're going to do one more karaoke in this part of the conversation because I actually like this song and I hope I say it right. Di bali na lang kaya.
Okay. Take out the kaya. It's just called Di Bale na lang.
Di bali na lang.
Yeah. Okay. It goes like this.
I like this song.
Minsan, pagsabi niya sa akin, sandali na lang. Akala ko naman ay sigurado na ako handa kong tanggapin ng kanyang oo. Bigla na lang nagbago ang isip niya. Di ko akalain na ganun pala siya. Pinaasa niya lang ako. Bitin na bitin ako. Hindi ko na alam kung makakaya ko pa. Di bale na lang kaya.
Is that the one that goes? Is that the one?
Ba kaya ang nasa puso niya? Di bale na lang kaya. Ngunit mahal ko siya.
Now, wait. Now, did you remix that song? Because I've heard an old version of that, which was like chilled, and then I've heard the Gary V live concert, which is like.
Yeah, no,
dance.
actually there are several versions of that. Well, first I have to say that, you know, my co-writer is here because my wife helped me write that song together with a director by the name of Roel Santiago. We were just at home in my little townhouse in in Pasig, in San Juan, and we wrote the song together. Now, yes, there are different versions to the song. There's one that's the original, the way that it starts with that intro, and
Yes.
it's got that.
Yeah.
And then there's an acoustic version that I came out with sometime in 2007, I think it was.
Okay.
And then there is the upbeat, dance version that I came out both in 1992 and current day. What
Yes.
I'm doing.
I've seen you do it now. It's awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to
Thanks.
pick up karaoke later on. I've got one more segment to do that you're not aware of, and it's a brand new segment. And the name of this segment is simply called this: Is it true? And I've only got one question for you. Don't worry, don't have to be scared. I'm not going to say anything bad. Is it true? And this is my question for you, Mr. Gary Valenciano. Was Captain Planet designed off your face? Is it true?
Wait, wait. Let me
The people
defend my.
want to know.
Your Honor, I need to defend my case here. Okay, it's like this. The one who you should ask, you can take out the graphic now. It's okay. I'm the real thing right here. Okay. You guys notice my hair, right? Sometimes it naturally just comes down the way it does. Well, okay. One afternoon, my eldest son, Paolo, came home from school. Okay? And he really has the whole story in detail. This is all I know. He came home from school and he goes, "Hey, Dad, I spoke to so and so and so and so. And I think his grandfather or his uncle or something like that is the one who created Captain Planet. And do you know that you're actually his inspiration. He designed the character based on you."
It's true.
It's true.
You
That's-
are Captain Planet.
Actually, I am. Now,
Yes! Exclusive on
No.
Lunchtime Chats with James.
now listen, my hair was never really like this, but if you go online, you will see pictures. You know what? Oh, wait, I actually have a picture that can.
Do it. Find it and show us. Just put it up. Find it.
Hold on. Give me.
I will. I'll keep everyone entertained.
Here's an intermission number from the house.
Hey! Hello, Tita Angeli. Kamusta po?
Hi, I have no makeup. But hello, how are you?
Hey, you know what? You don't need makeup. You're as beautiful as ever.
How are you, Pastor James?
I'm good. I have 3 children under the age of 5, and they haven't been out of the house in 21 days. So I'm okay.
Leia's going crazy as well, my grandchild. Leia thinks that Trooper will be her playmate forever because she doesn't understand why she can't get out of the house, to play with her playmates.
It's crazy.
It is.
The only positive is that I'm threatening my children. Like, if they're naughty, they're gonna catch the coronavirus. That's the only thing I'm doing, which is horrible parenting. I understand it. Don't write me emails. I know, but
If you have if you have parents out there who are young, who have kids, try looking at homeschool. Donna Simpao, my school, so many kids starters, so many interesting things for kids.
Yeah, there
And
is.
Leia loves it.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Kate's not gonna go crazy, if she gets all these little kids of yours, doing what Captain Planet. But
Okay, let's ask what all the people want to hear. What is it like being married to Captain Planet? How does that feel for you?
supernatural, extraordinary. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, when you see those videos out there that he's putting out, those sayaw ang sayaw took like 24 hours, from the recording of the piano and everything else that he had
Wow.
done. Okay,
It's a
here's
lot of hard
Captain
work.
Planet. Here's Captain Planet. And if it, okay, two words to describe being married to Gary Vee. Not easy. Okay.
Oh, you and my wife have a lot in common. That's what she says.
Okay, so this is the closest one. I couldn't find any other, but
Okay.
I think this is like, okay, this is Captain Planet, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
That's
Now,
basically your body now at the age of 50 something. That's basically what you look like still.
okay, now notice the hair. My hair was minus the hair. Okay, just take
Yes.
out the hair. My hair did become that long a bit before, but this is the closest one I could find to that.
You are going to take pollution down to zero. That's,
Why?
that's the song. Captain
Right.
Planet,
Yeah, right.
he's our hero. He's gonna take pollution down to zero. Anyway, that's all I remember.
Of
Okay,
course, I couldn't believe that. Okay, but then Paulo said, "No, Dad, I talked to someone who knows the person who created it." So that was
is
it.
so good. This has changed my life. We had a great question before. We're going to throw open some questions as well for people. Well, someone asked, where do you get your inspiration from to write songs?
That's a good question. Okay, there's a formula that I've been using, not to write songs, but in the manner in which I communicate with people, and that is to have fun, but to be relevant. And to be relevant, I rely a lot on my wife and my children. My wife just kind of helps me keep my feet on the ground as a wife, no? And my children are the ones that really share with me what's going on. Social media has a way of giving you a little, I mean, they kind of can hype up things or they kind of can hide things. But with my children, they're the ones that come face to face with what people are facing, and that's what inspires me. Not so much my children, but the stories that I hear. So there's a song that I wrote some time ago called "The Answer,"
Okay.
and that was inspired by another source, which was an event that took place, which was the major earthquake that took place back in the early 80s. Was it the 80s? No, 90s.
90s
And,
in Baguio.
Yes, that one. And I wrote that song, but I only finished it like almost 10 years later on. That's when I finished the song. But yeah, I don't want to just sing a song for the sake of having a hit. It's got to hit somewhere. And that for me qualifies, or that makes it a hit for me.
Yep. Have you, when you were younger, did you ever get forced to sing songs that you didn't want to sing?
No. Oh, you mean
Wow.
as an entertainer?
Yeah. Like, did you ever get,
Yes.
like, from management make you sing something you didn't want to sing?
It still happens today, but that's well, for me, that's the creative side of me. But I have a good team that reminds me, listen, this is what people want to hear, and this is what we feel is going to help people. So then I give into that. And then there are also times that I've come out in productions where, I knew I was going to do a song just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
But Pastor, I believe that every moment that I'm on stage is a moment that may not be repeated. So I need to put out something there, even in the most subtle of ways. Just something that when they go home, they take home more than just a memory of their time with me or them seeing me dance and perform. No, they've got to take home a message.
Listen, I'm not just saying this because I love you, but you are one of the best performers, and I use that in a nice way, ever in the world. And the fact that your energy now, and I'm not going to say your age, but at your age, the fact that your energy is unbelievable. Like, you're incredible. And every time I've seen you perform, yeah, I feel like you're giving it your everything, which I can't say for every performer. Edward Barber, an alumni of Lunchtime Chats with James, said, "How do you always have so much energy?" That's from young Edward.
You know how they, hey Edward, thanks. I sent you a direct message, Edward, kanina lang. So read it. Anyway, for me to answer that question, you know, when people say pure energy, it really has nothing to do with what I do on stage. It has everything to do with where the source of energy comes from. That's the only time you can call it pure energy. So it's no secret, I guess, for people when they hear me talk about my faith. But for the past 35 years, that's really what the secret is. I don't work out every day. I don't vocalize every day, although I should. Uh, no, I really should. I really should,
Yeah.
especially at my age. You know, it's not easy being 49. Um, but,
Are you kidding me? Stop lying. We all know you're only 41.
no, 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 no.
We
I'm
all know
40.
you're 41. That's how
I'm
much.
40. No, but you know what I mean, right? I mean, so that's where I get my energy from. Because there are times, you know, Pastor, when I come out on stage and my sugar levels are not exactly where they need to be.
How do you
Still,
do that? Because you can feel your body, right? You know when it's not there. How do you
yeah.
push through that?
At times, I think as artists, especially as someone who loves to inspire people, I just need to step out there and really practice and not just walk by faith, but sing by faith, dance by faith, and speak by faith, because that's really all that sees me through. I've had performances where my friends come and watch me. I had a performance before at the one of the Ayala malls in Vertis, the
Yep.
Vertis, and I was in bad shape. I didn't have a voice. I wasn't feeling well, and I told my friends already, "Hey guys, when you come over, just don't worry about what you see. I'm gonna be okay, but I'm not feeling too good." And when they came and watched, you know, my performance was like I did even better. I did it even better than when I was totally okay. But at times, I just really believe that, you know, sometimes God just allows it to happen so that there's a bigger picture that you get to see in the end. Orchestration in ways that only He can do.
How have you being a follower of Jesus and believing in healings and miracles, and I know you and Tita Angeli have seen many people get healed as you prayed for people and seen breakthrough. How have you held that tension of seeing people get healed and yet
I lost
still?
you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me again? I was gonna say how have you held that
Okay.
tension of seeing people get healed, but still having diabetes and it still being in your day to day, yet you still love Jesus and believe He heals.
I I honestly am still on that journey, you know, because even my son Paulo, when he was a lot younger, he questioned his mama and say, "Why is it like that? That, you know, we pray every night that Dad would get healed, and he still has it." But I think even my children know now that there's a lot more authenticity with what I share on stage with regard to living a life despite having that kind of thorn in my flesh. Um, and you know, I do have the diabetes, but at this age, and I will share my age. I'm 55 now. And when the doctors first told my mom and my wife later on that from the day of diagnosis, a type 1 diabetic is usually given a 30-year lifespan from the day of diagnosis. So I was diagnosed when I was 14. So if you do the math, you know, I'm supposed to be not here anymore, or I'm supposed to still be, I could still
Wow.
be around, but with so many complications. And I've encountered complications. But the hand of God somehow has kept things far enough away from me that it hasn't overcome what I'm still called to do. And that's why I keep going and going and going. You know, if I should one day God calls me home, you know, and I still have my diabetes, praise God.
Hold on. Okay, we're back in. We're back. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
That was great. My
Okay.
wife, my wife said 55. What? That was her
Yeah,
response.
55.
She can't believe it.
55. Yeah. I'll be 56 in August. So
That is
I know it's like
Incredible.
You know, I do have a question for the Lord, though. I always ask Him, up to when is this going to be? Up to when am I going to be able to, do what I do on stage? But He's already giving me certain ideas and certain things that I want to produce that may still have me singing, maybe not moving as much, but still putting across the message in an incredible way.
Yep. I always make fun of your second son and about how when he hangs out with you, you look younger than him.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think he doesn't anymore hang here as much because he doesn't like to struggle with that. No, because I told him before. I said get rid of the facial hair. He
Or
did. He
yeah,
looks great. You know.
that goatee he had, horrible. He didn't. I didn't
No,
know him at that point. Horrible.
but he's got a good side. He was the one that introduced me to Favor Church.
I love your son. I don't know if I've been with someone that makes me laugh as much as he does. Just his pure
And
physical comedy
yeah,
in
that's
any
what he.
situation.
Oh, is it okay if I greet some people who are watching now?
You can do anything you want. You're Captain Planet. We've established that. You can do
Well,
anything you want.
I want to thank the Academy for this award. Wait, hold on. Okay, I want to greet my son Gab. He's watching now. My sister Gina, my brother Robbie,
Robbie's been commenting.
RJ.
Robbie Valenciano. He's been commenting.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see the comments though. Anyway, hey Rob, thanks for watching. RJ is watching. RJ De La Fuente is also watching. I want to greet Frank. He was one of the guys who reacted to my performance. At least now you know a little more about me than just the music. And Leslie, of course, and Julia, my niece, and my other niece, Leslie, they're actually here, and my nephew Joshua is here. These guys are part of my new media team, Joshua and Julia. They're the ones that helped me come up with the videos that we just recently released. Yeah, I said Gab also. So as we talk, there are people just filling up these little sheets of paper for me to, things that I need to mention.
Okay, so we've had a few requests,
Okay.
and basically the requests were, can you and me do a dance-off? Which I know I'm going to lose because I'm horrible. But this is what I need. This is what I need you to do. I need you to teach me how to move my head and my shoulders the way that however
Okay.
you do it. It's unbelievable. Teach me how to do it.
Children, watch and learn. Many times when people move, they move their heads like this. When they move from side to side, they tend to move their chin. Okay? Don't move your chin.
Yes, sir.
Teach yourself, son. Teach yourself to use the muscles you've never used before.
I feel so weird, but I'm down. I'm down. Let's go. How? So what do I do?
Okay. Don't move your body. You're only moving your head, but only your neck will move your head.
Okay.
People try and they do all sorts of things and they think they're doing it right, but they don't. Now, here's how you move the head. You just go from side to side like this.
I can't do it. I'm moving my body.
That's my reaction to you doing it. That's my reaction to you.
I can't.
Okay, now put your shoulders up just a bit. Okay, don't move your shoulders, okay? Now try and point the chin to this side. Okay, and then to the other side. I know, but in time. There you go. Okay, but you're still doing this.
I can't speak. My whole body is tense. I can't speak.
Do that.
I can't breathe.
Now, there's another way to do it. Okay, so this is my head. This is my head moving. Now you can also do your shoulder moving and keeping your head still, where you do this.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing. I can't even do it.
Never mind. The way you're doing it. Listen, the good thing about it, Pastor James, is that the way you're doing it is the way everybody else tries to do.
Thank you so much.
So it's okay. It's okay.
I feel so much better about myself that I am as bad as a dancer as everybody else.
But listen, for me to learn this, it took me time. Everybody watching right now, This is one thing. This I used to do from the very beginning. But this, to move this, that took me time to do.
You know what my problem? If I start doing that, I look like I'm an Indian. Hello.
But can you imagine if you
India.
came out in church and you did that?
Wild.
When the spirit moves,
People would be throwing their drugs at the stage.
you're
Could you
right.
imagine? Jesus died for you. I'm a sinner. Right? It'd change the world. Okay, we've got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
We're back into Gary V karaoke, and
All right.
so we're gonna take requests. We've had a few people say that you should join TikTok because you would murder it at TikTok. Maybe you get your little social media team to get you on TikTok, because you would be incredible at it.
I'll think about
Yeah,
that.
Kiana.
Oh, I want to greet Kiana also. Kiana, hi Kiana, I miss you.
Actually,
Kiana's-
Kiana wrote me through a question. She wanted to know who is your favorite child. She said, "Who is your
Oh.
favorite child?" From
I
Kiana.
need to, okay, I'm going to lay down the cards once and for all. My favorite child is Paulo. Hold on, wait, hold on. Paulo is my favorite first son.
Oh, here we go. I know where this is going.
Gabriel is my favorite second son. And Kiana, my favorite daughter.
Listen,
Answered, done, finished.
it takes a special relationship to be able to dance with your daughter and sing about Panasonic appliances at the same time. That's I'm dancing with my daughter and I love this refrigerator from Panasonic Aircons. Right?
You're right. Oh, don't forget the washing machine now.
Hello, washing machine. You could have done a washing machine dance. Oh, Kiana loves that. Kiana loves Panasonic. And what a spokeswoman she is. Okay, we're
I
going to
need to tell you something about Panasonic.
Okay, tell me.
They asked me when my birthday was, and I said August 6th. And they looked at each other, the Japanese leadership, and they said, okay, we bring you to the Olympics. Because
This year.
Panasonic is major sponsor for the Olympics. Well, it's not pushing through now, right? But I was supposed to go.
No.
Yes! I
You
was
know what that
supposed to go.
means? You know what that means? That means Kiana's kind of got to come back to the Philippines. You guys got to do another dance. You got to do another dance.
Well, I don't know about the dance. That we can talk about while we're watching the basketball, games going on in the
A
Olympics.
vacuum, do something. Grab a vacuum and dance. Do something.
Hey, during these times that it's really hot, you might want to check out those Panasonic air conditioners.
Yeah, Panasonic. Also, thank you, Panasonic. Okay, wait. Okay, we're going to do karaoke one last time.
Okay,
And I'm
go.
just going to ask you something. Wait. But before that, I do have a genuine question for you. You were the spokesperson for the Novu hair.
Okay, talk about it. Go ahead.
Were you losing your hair?
Do you want me to tell you the story of how it happened? Do we have the time?
Let's do it. I'm the boss here. We can
All
do
right.
whatever we want.
Okay. Since I started out in the industry, okay, I've had problems with my hair. In fact, if you look at my very first concert, which you might be able to find online, it was called Gary V A Live. This was 1984. Yeah? 83. The first concert, A Live. 1984. There was a time when I bent down like this and I could see. And I said, what? In 1984, I was 21. Okay? So I looked at it and I said, uh-oh. And then years went by. Now, scientifically, we're all allowed to lose a certain number of strands a day. But then, there was one time when one of the talents that we used to handle, Abby Asisio, who we all know suffered from alopecia, she started using Novo hair and her hair started to grow. And because we were her management, we were always asking for supplies for her. Until one day, Angeli called up Novo Hair and asked for supplies. But what Novo Hair knew was that they already had given enough to Abby. So they were saying amongst themselves in Novo Hair, they were saying, who else might be using this? Because Abby has her supply. So they dared to ask Angeli who was using it. And they said it was me. I mean, Angeli said it was me. I was in, months before I started using Novo Hair, I was in the salon in Tony and Guy. I've been with them for years now. And my hairdresser, my hairstylist, goes like this to my hair and says, sir, would you want to try something on your hair? So I looked at him and I said, is the moon beginning to shine? And he goes, yeah, it's kind of, we must do something about that, sir. So I started using Novo Hair for a couple of months, actually maybe for 4 or 5 months. And the next time I went back, he noticed, how have you been using it? And I said, wait, are you telling me there's an effect? And he goes, yeah, there is.
Wow.
Then I stopped again. Then it started thinning again. Then he says, sir, just keep on using it. Just keep on using it. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please know that you don't just use it and then in a week's time, everything's okay. And then it takes time.
Takes time.
It's like when you plant and then you
It has to be the two.
it has to be the two things, the lotion and the lotion and the potion. It's just two things that you have, the shampoo that you put up there. And then I just kept on using it, and the rest is history. Now, it doesn't mean that my hair is thicker now than ever before. It's just that I have hair. My father,
I feel better about myself that you need that. That makes me feel better about me.
Why?
Just because you're perfect, and now
No, it's not.
There you go. I'm
and
perfect.
Now I see the imperfection, and it makes me love you more. Okay, last song that you got to sing, and I know you just put it back up.
Mhm.
But other than Shout for Joy, this is my favorite song, Take Me Out of the Dark. Can you, or as I famously once called it, Take Me Into the Dark.
Yes, actually, when you said that's my favorite song, Take Me Into the Dark. I wonder if that was me he was referring to.
I was nervous. I got overexcited. Okay.
All right.
Take Me Out of the Dark. Let's go. Last karaoke.
Teach me to trust in you with all of my heart, to lean not on my own understanding, 'cause I just forget. You won't give me what I can't bear. Take me out of the dark, my Lord, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. Take me out of the dark, my Lord, I don't wanna be there. No, no, no more. May your glory be yours, my King, my Lord.
I love it.
Yeah, I love
Amazing.
that. Thanks, Pastor.
You're incredible. Hey, thank you so much for giving me your time today. I have enjoyed this thoroughly.
I enjoyed my time with you also, because it's not very easy for artists to just get comfortable in an interview, but you really made it comfortable for me, even if you had to expose things like, but never mind.
Well, listen, I don't know if you heard at the beginning, but Cornerstone's in talks with me about signing me to a professional deal. So this could be
You can
real.
you can be General Galaxy while I'm Captain Planet. Hey!
I love it, and I love you. Thank you so much. Yes?
I just invite some people to some things that are happening.
You can
Pwede
do
ba ako
it. You can do anything you want.
Thank you. Yeah, very showbiz, no? But Pastor, I want to just invite everyone on April 9. There's what we call the Bayanihan Musikahan concert at 7 p.m. It's the one that's put up by Ryan Kayapyap, Mr. C. It's amazing, you know. And I'll be doing some songs and I'll be sharing more about yours truly. And then on April 18 and 19, I was supposed to have a major concert called Gary V Pure Energy. That was supposed to happen April 18 and 19. But yeah, it had to be postponed. But we're doing something online on April 18 and 19. It's basically a concert. And it's just to make fans happy. All right? It's in celebration of my 37th anniversary. So yeah, and then the videos, my videos are up on Facebook and YouTube, on Gary Valenciano Official. I think there are several Gary Valencianos on Facebook. Go to Gary Valenciano Official. And what was
and your YouTube, you've got a whole bunch of old concerts on YouTube as well, which are awesome.
Oh, yeah, those are just some of the clips of the old concerts. And my brother is telling me to say hi to my brother, Mr. Clean. Okay, you can understand why, Mr. Clean. But he's watching right now. Yeah, so that's it. Anyway, you guys will get to see what all of these things I've read. You'll get to see them on my posts real soon.
Amazing.
And keep me in prayers, guys, because I'm working on other songs and some other ideas for other songs that I will be posting soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. We love
Thank
you.
you, Pat.
Stay
We
on the
love
line
you.
for a second. I'm just going to do the outro of this. I got sad news for our loyal listeners, and that is that tomorrow we have no lunchtime chats with James. I'm taking a day off, unfortunately, but on Wednesday we're back. I know, but guess who we got on Wednesday? We got none other than the prettiest boy in the Philippines, Donnie Pangilinan, is coming on Wednesday. So make sure that you come out for that. I want to remind you that we got our podcasts available on Favorite Church, everywhere you get podcasts, as well our Power Hour, which is every 5 p.m. every day. Our team's going to be praying for you for any prayer requests that you have. But thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. This has been one of my favorite lunchtime chats. Thank you, Tito Gary. You're the best. We love you.
And thank you to everyone who's been watching ASAP natin to every Sunday. Thank you also for watching. God bless you guys.
See you, everybody. Bye-bye.